because when I was living in Winnipeg, I had this weekly little segment on CBC radio where I would talk about, you guess it, word origins. And so she had heard my voice on CBC radio and she liked my voice. And then eventually we met up at some sort of literary event. And yeah, I thought she was really, really beautiful. But then when we parted, she went away for the evening or wherever. I couldn't recall what she looked like. I knew that I'd found her really beautiful. This was still early enough in the internet days that I couldn't find a photograph of her. And so it was probably about 3 months before I could really pull her face, her features into my mind.
Okay.
But, some of the people that I worked with some people for 20 years. And even now, when I try to get their face into my mind, I just can't. It's hard to describe. It's just like this absence, sort of.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so that made things a little awkward at first, not being able to recognize the person that, you've been dating for 3 months.
I'm guessing that you must
Yeah.
have told her about this early on so she wouldn't take
Yeah,
offense.
yeah, yeah. Although I guess I met her when I was in my 30s, but it wasn't till I was in my early 20s that I realized that I had this harmless condition. And that was because I went to university and I started going to many more movies. I love film. And I discovered that other people weren't having the same difficulty as I was recognizing characters. A character would go off the screen, come back, a few minutes later wearing something else. And I'd say, who's that? Is that whoever, Leonardo DiCaprio? So that's what made me think about it. And a neuropsychologist, confirmed that as well. He said the convolutions of my brain are a variant of normal, whatever that means. But that's probably true of lots of people.
Or just in different ways.
Yeah, and then different way, yeah, as we all do. Yeah, we're. I think in a way we could say we're all neuro atypical, or we're all neuro unique because there's nobody else like us. Something else, I guess, that it's taken me a while to get used to, and it's felt like a challenge, was as I was getting older, as I was saying earlier, discovering that my memory was not what it used to be. I used to be able to remember so many things all at once. And it changed. So I can't remember that so many things all at once. And it's very common, where you're trying to remember something and you say, hand me that, what do you call it? That spoon, it's like, and it's always the most common words that you can't remember. You just can't pull them into your memory. That can be frustrating. But I think in other ways, it's allowed my memory, or allowed my mind, to do other things, because instead of kind of being obsessed with words and word origins, it felt like I could draw upon my imagination more. It sort of freed that up. And I think that was sort of a blessing, because that's what I wanted to move forward to. Because, when you're writing a novel, I guess you got to remember your own plot, but you don't have to remember thousands of facts and things like that. So yeah, I feel like I'm in a good place, but at the same time, both my wife and I are both still sort of going, whew, that was a very intense 20 years with our kids. Yeah, still kind of catching our breath, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah.
So all the kids are grown up at this point?
Yep. The youngest, the twins, are 22.
Oh, okay.
Brandon just turns 30, and Leica is 20.